Well, as we continue our coverage of the devastating KwaZulu-Natal floods, we take you now to Virginia Airport in Durban, which has become the heart of search, rescue and recovery operations. More than 400 people have died in the flooding since last week, while many, many more are still missing. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan is at the airport for us and joins us live. Karinda, good morning to you. What's happening there this morning?
Good morning, Michelle. Well, like every day since the floods began, search and rescue teams are on the ground preparing their vehicles. There are a number of helicopters behind us. You'll see one SAPS helicopter. My colleague Lungelo Zungu is behind the camera, and behind us as well, there are a number of SANDF helicopters as well. Now here, have a look on our right where you'll see emergency services. I'm also seeing vehicles from Gauteng. We, of course, understand that they had sent down these vehicles to assist with the recovery operations. Like you mentioned, more than 60 missing. That's according to the official government tally. But according to Imtiaz Suleiman, Gift of the Givers, he says that the number could be higher. We'll see a plane landing as well on our left there. And this has really been the order of the day, where even if you live in Durban, you'll notice above you a number of helicopters. And in those helicopters are these brave men and women, if I may say so, who are right now preparing their gear. This is the diving unit, so you'll see their gear is being prepped, put together. And by 8 o'clock, they're going to start getting into the helicopters, into the vehicles to go out and start what is sadly now mostly recovery operations at this stage, because it has been a week since that devastating, deadly floods occurred. eThekwini Municipality Mayor Olisi Karinda is also today, we understand, meeting with business stakeholders to discuss the impact of the floods on businesses. As of 14th of April, the loss to the eThekwini GDP is estimated to be 737 million rand. But understandably, on the ground, the cost is much higher, looking at the fact that more than 400 people have lost their lives. Around us, there are some Good Samaritans also providing some relief aid for the rescuers, the officers on the ground, some hot coffee, sandwiches. And really what you see here is the communities coming together just to try and get this operation well on the ground. That's what's happening here at Virginia Airport. We understand that there may be a political visit here at 10 o'clock. Politicians, ministers, members of political parties have been in KwaZulu-Natal participating in these missions. And of course, we're going to see what's going to happen today. Yesterday, the body of a 9-year-old girl was found near Inanda. Today, we're going to see what the recovery officers may come across here in KwaZulu-Natal.
Yeah, and the heartbreaking discoveries continue, don't they, Karinda? That contingent there of more than 50 paramedics, as you say, the search and rescue officers from the SAPS there, the private sector members and their contributions, all of them conducting rescue and recovery missions across the province. They are, of course, supported by those choppers from the SAPS and from the SANDF as well. Are those choppers still going out? I know you've been there for a short time this morning, but have they still been going out quite regularly as those recovery efforts continue around the province?
Yes, in fact, the first chopper went out at about 6:45 today. You'll see here they're prepping as well. So indeed, the choppers are still going out on a regular basis, and we're told by 8 o'clock we'll see some more of these helicopters going in the air, of course with rescue aid, and ultimately, especially in the more hilly parts of Durban, Inanda, Marion Hill, that's where we find that people are still missing. Families say that they're missing up to 8 people within a family. And of course, the biggest hope is to try and get the attention of these rescue officers to try and get their aid on the ground. They're going to have to dig through mounds of rubble. Yesterday we were at the KwaMamSuthu informal settlement, where there were just mounds of rubble and debris, and beneath that, last week the body of a 23-year-old boy was found. So this is the type of rescue operations that the officers are embarking on. It's really flying to areas where other officers can't reach, and they're going to have to dig through the mudslides, the rock slides, to hopefully find the remains of those who are deemed missing at this point in KwaZulu-Natal.
Yeah, at this stage it is a recovery effort in an effort to give closure to the families that are impacted by what's unfolded there. Karinda, Jagmohan, live to us there from Virginia Airport. Thanks very much indeed.